Hey Grains! Today I'm finally doing the following a voiceover challenge. So for those of you who are asking where are my crafting videos, here they are. You get them every week, so don't miss out on that. For this challenge, I decided to do it with Sophie and Toffee's Elves box. For those of you who don't know, the Elves box is a monthly subscription box of craft items delivered straight to your door. I'll leave more information for that in the description box below. But what makes this box special is the fact that it is picked items by a polymer clay YouTuber, Creative Rachy. So if you're into cute, absolutely adorable polymer clay creations, I highly encourage you to check her out, and I'll leave her links again down below. I'm pretty overwhelmed by how many of you said that my hair looks good in a ponytail. Either it's true or you guys have weird taste like I do, but I appreciate the compliments. This week's shoutouts go to Yellow Pup, Mimi Cry of Nothing, and Small Elizabeth though. If you want a shout out in my Friday videos, don't forget to hashtag NerdECrafter Squad in the comment section below within the first 45 minutes of a video's release, or hashtag NerdECrafter on Instagram anytime with any of your creations. Let's stop delaying! I am super excited and nervous at the same time because you can't see what the person is making. For those of you who don't know, the voiceover challenge is listening to a tutorial, only the audio, and trying to replicate what these people have created and compare it at the end. So you will be seeing the video, but I will only be hearing the audio. And the way I did that is to have Pat download the audio from the YouTube downloader onto my Chromebook, and that's pretty much all I'm going to be listening to. First things first, I did congratulate Rachy on her video as soon as she released it, but my memory is that of a goldfish, so don't worry, I have no idea what these are supposed to look like. A big thank you to the postal service for impeccable care of my package. Ooh, I love the packaging here. So the theme is Kawaii Sweets by Creative Rachy, and these are all the items that we get inside. You know what? I'm just gonna take everything out. So here's what we get in this box. 25 grams of UV resin, a whole set of chalk pastels. Can you, oh, is there tape? Or am I just being... I didn't see anything. We get 12 different colors. Most of you will probably end up using these two the most when it comes to making sweets, and probably the brown. That already is pretty good value. We also get 12 pastel iridescent, I don't know why I did that, iridescent glitter. It's supposed to be like candy glitter. I don't know how to use this yet. I guess we'll find out soon enough. 6 silicone molds that are in the shape of candies. I guess melon, chocolate, ooh, orange, or lemon, little star, pineapple, and a kind of lifesaver. A chrome powder. I am super excited to try this out, so fingers crossed one of the projects does use this one because I have no idea how to do that. Pure white polymer clay. This packaging is adorable. I think I'm going to use my own because this is pretty hard and I am not patient enough to make clay soft. Dude, super cute fruit slices. I love the watermelon and orange and grapes. Okay, those are all cute. We also get a solid acrylic roller, which is pretty fun for you guys to have. A flower-shaped cutter, 3 dotting tools, and they come in different sizes, and 100 eye pins. I think mine comes with a seed. Should we plant it? All right, so let's start listening. Well, you guys are gonna be watching, I'm gonna be listening, and let's go.
So to start off, take your polymer clay from the box and condition some between your fingers to make it soft and workable. You can then go ahead and take your chalk pastels and take the yellow one and scrape it onto the clay and then mix it in to color the clay.
Okay, so first things first is we will take our white colored clay and then she said shave some chalk pastel into it to color it. Where's my yellow? I don't know how much she wants us to scrape. I'm gonna guess this much. Usually I wouldn't color it this way. What I would do is just make the donut shape and then fluff it right on top with a brush. But let's try this method because I haven't tried this before. I feel like it's not yellow enough. I mean, it is still yellowy. All right, what do we do now, Rachel?
You want to create the donut shape by rolling it into a ball and then flattening each side onto your work surface.
Okay, so we're going to make it into a ball and then flattening each side onto our work surface. Luckily, I know what a donut looks like, so I don't know if that's cheating, but now what?
To add some texture, I'm going ahead and using an old toothbrush and patting it on.
She didn't mention doing a hole, so I don't know if we need a hole just yet. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. I don't know if that's overly textured, but let's assume that it's not. Let's assume it's a very crispy donut.
Go ahead and take the dotting tools that came in the box and you can create a hole in the center, and then to shade the clay and make it look like it's being cooked, I then took my chalk pastels again and I used the yellow and the brown along with a fluffy paintbrush and dusted it on.
Okay, that's a lot of information. Let's take out a dotting tool, make a hole right in the middle. How big is the hole supposed to be? I'm guessing like so. That's a pretty bad hole. Why is my donut becoming an oval? What did she say after that? Okay, so we just have to dust it on. She doesn't say exactly what way, so my guess is just something like that. I mean, we should have a bit of a yellow everywhere and then browns kind of at the edges. If we're doing it kind of like a donut, because I've done donuts before. It looks good when it's both mixed, so I think I'm gonna do that. So here's our pretty sad looking donut. I don't know why I did a donut that looks like that. Every donut is different and they should all be accepted.
The first design I'm showing you how to make today is a kawaii fruity deco design. So I firstly made a light pink colored clay by scraping a small amount of red chalk pastel and mixing it in. You can then flatten it down with the acrylic roller that came in the box and then also use the flower shaped cookie cutter to create the shape of the icing.
Now we're going to take our white and we color it pink with the chalk pastel. There's no pink, so I'm guessing this. Gonna mix that up. Off we roll. It has to be big enough for this. I really don't think I took enough clay. Dude, like, cooperate. Is this big enough? Okay, so we push this down. That is a really clever idea for an icing shape. I would have never thought of a flower. All right, now what do we do?
And then you can add it on top of the donut. Next, take one of your dotting tools again and add the hole back into the middle of the donut, and then also use it to create indents where we're going to be putting the eyes.
Now I'm not sure if my donut's big enough. Look at that! I actually made the donut big enough for the icing. I have goosebumps. So we have our icing right on top, and we're gonna make the hole. I don't think we need to make the hole too big. I guess you know what? We'll see at the end. Okay, so we need to make indents where the eyes would go. Here, like so. Okay, next.
I made a brown colored clay using the brown chalk pastel, and then I rolled it into a snake and cut off 2 even sections. I rolled these into small balls and then I added them into the indents for the eyes. Then for the mouth, I took a tiny piece of brown clay and then shaped it into a U shape and then finally attached it onto the face.
Rachy, hang on, Rachy, not too fast, not too fast. Okay, so we're gonna make a brown and then add those into the indents. All right, I don't know how brown the brown is supposed to be, but I really tried putting extra in there, but it's starting to get crumbly, so I'm not going to add more powder. This is kind of like a very milk chocolate. I can't see Rachy's video, but Rachy, you better not be using liquid clay to get this sticking on there, because I'm struggling here. Come on, little guy. I don't know, it seems off.
Next, I'm moving on to the deco detailing. So I firstly created some green clay and I shaped it with my fingers to make a leaf.
Okay, we're gonna make green clay and then shape it into leaves. Since she said shape them into leaves, I'm going to assume the plural is that we need 2 of them. All right, now we got our 2 leaves.
I then took the fruit cane slices as well as some Bacon Bond liquid clay, which I used to secure the fruit pieces on.
She said Bacon Bond. My guess is that it's liquid clay. I'm gonna be using the Sculpey, but my guess is something that should have leaves. So it's gotta be strawberries or oranges. I'm gonna go with strawberries. So she said some. Three. She didn't say where. All right, so we're gonna put it here. I don't need much, just tappa. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I hope mine is as adorable as hers. And then we're gonna put a little more of that and some more clay. A little strawberry here, strawberry there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. I usually end up overworking things.
Then take one of the pink candy glitters and gently sprinkle it on.
Okay, so I'm assuming the pink candy glitter should go on the pink frosting. She does say to sprinkle it on top, but I don't think those containers are made to be sprinkled. Oh my god! It looks glitter. Don't say hollow, guys. It's not hollow. So we have a little bit of glitter onto the eyes. Can I wipe it off?
Also brushed on some cheeks and added an eye pin before going ahead and baking my clay in the oven.
All right, so I'm gonna bake this, and then she said each design, so I'm gonna prep a couple of donut bases in the meantime that this one is baking, so that I can be ready for however many she tells us to make. Alright, so here it is baked and cooled down.
Once it had finished baking, I used the UV resin as a glaze and attached on some little rhinestones that I had before then curing the glaze.
So she has rhinestones. I do have rhinestones. I think these are rhinestones. I'm not sure what color I would want to go with. Vote which one would you have taken out of all these colors. I think I'm gonna go with that dark green. It's just so cute. I hate glazing things with resin just because I have to have a dedicated brush for it and then I have to clean it up with rubbing alcohol. Never use water. I have to open all the packages. All the packages. Why do I always sing in such a deep voice? Let's glaze with resin. I'm gonna take some of that resin, put one rhinestone. Oh my god, that's just adorable. I wanted to put 3 of something, so we're gonna put 3 of those rhinestones. Take your UV light and shine that stuff right there. So I think it should be about 10 seconds. I'm gonna have no idea what any of them look like until the end, so if you're curious about my reaction to that, you can stick around. So let's see what's the next one.
The second design I'm showing you how to make is a glitter galaxy donut. So firstly, roll out a sheet of the white clay and then use the cookie cutter to create the icing.
We're gonna do the icing. So I did prepare, while the other one was baking, I did prepare a donut base. It's a little crooked. Cover it with the icing, don't worry.
Next, I took the purple, light blue, and dark blue chalk pastels and scraped some onto a sheet of paper.
Okay, so purple, blue, and dark blue. Scrape it, and then what?
Using a brush, I blended them onto the white clay to create the galaxy effect.
I'm so cross-eyed right now on those tiny details.
Next, I used one of the purple candy glitters and I added it onto the clay before then adding the icing to the base of my donut.
And dust it right on top. If there's one thing for me that I would have to say I'm obsessed with, it's gotta be glitter. I think I messed it up. Well, I guess this is a part of the galaxy that has a lot of stars.
Again, I recreated the hole in my donut using my dotting tool and then went ahead and made the face using the white polymer clay.
Okay, face with white this time. You guys saw me struggle. This mouth is not going to go on this piece of clay, so I'm going to cheat. I really need to use liquid clay. Just a little tap. Just a little bit, okay? I think I got it.
I also added an eye pin to make it into a charm and then went ahead and baked it in my oven.
Let's put the eye pin. I'm not gonna bake it just yet. I wanna make the other one and then bake them all at the same time so that the reveal can be all at the same time. Here's my next donut base ready for project.
The last design I'm going to show you how to make is this rose gold metallic donut. I firstly rolled out some of the white polymer clay and then cut out a shape of the icing using the cookie cutter.
Okay, so white frosting again.
Next, I coloured the clay red by dusting on some of the red chalk pastel shavings rather than colouring the actual clay.
This is a brilliant way to just work out of white clay. I haven't done that before because I like my colors. Then she said,
and also made 2 holes where I'll be adding the eyes in later.
To put the eyes dents. Those dents are usually deeper than the other ones. Wait, did we make the hole for the donut? Okay, so we didn't make the hole for the donut.
Using the white clay, I made a separate face, so I made 2 balls for the eyes, and then I made a small U shape for the mouth, and I went ahead and baked them separately so that I can add them on later. After baking, I added a layer of the UV resin to the icing, and then took my UV torch to cure it.
Alright, so we're gonna do eyes and mouth with white and not put them on. Alright, so I made the face, but I don't want to ruin it. Guess that's how we're gonna get the buffing going on here. How much resin? As long as we get every nook and cranny, I think we're okay. Ooh, so shiny.
Then I took the chrome pigment and I buffed it onto the piece so that it was nice and smooth. If you're after a more silver chrome effect, simply create a black icing rather than using red, which makes the pigment appear more rose gold.
Okay, so we just have to buff it. I've watched enough Simplynailogical to know what buffing means. Maybe not, probably not. I'm just gonna scoop. Okay, I'm gonna pretend this is the right amount. It's buffing! Why am I doubting Rachel? I seem to have taken a good amount. Let's take some more. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it's chromey. Would you guys call that chromey? All right, we have our chromey effect. It kind of looks like those fake mirrors in toys.
To attach the face, I used the UV resin as a glue and then I made sure to harden it as well. And then finally, I added a layer of glaze to seal everything in.
I got this. So we're doing, I don't know if glaze means resin, but I'm going to assume all of it is resin. And then one more layer of resin on top of everything. know about you guys, but my little chromy donut looks like it has some pretty bad allergies with red eyes. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on YouTube and check the actual results, how close we are. And the first one we did is this super cute fruit donut. I'm gonna disappear, but you can still hear me. All right, let's put them side by side. What you're going to see right away is that mine is a little darker. The rhinestones are concentrated, but I think overall they look pretty similar. The face that she has on hers is higher. Mine is a little bigger. And she seems to have used dragon fruit. Okay, so the Galaxy one is actually really similar again. Thankfully, she did mention the actual colors. Again, the biggest differences are going to be with the face, but otherwise, I think I got it spot on. Even the way that the face was done, and I did not add cheeks for that one. And last but not least, we have the rose chrome one. She did put a hole in the middle. Mine doesn't have a hole. I don't think it was mentioned. It does not have an eye pin, and I think hers came out more rosy gold as opposed to mine is very chromy. So here are my 3 donuts that were made with Creative Rachy's voiceover only using the Sophie and Toffee subscription box. I think I did pretty well. The instructions were pretty clear. Just some parts, of course, you know, the visuals are important still. Let me know how you think I did, and if you're ever bored and you want to make something but you're not totally inspired, definitely take one of your favorite creators' DIYs and try to recreate them. I think that is an absolutely fun challenge. I had so much fun doing this. If you want to watch another crafting video, make sure you click up here. If you want to watch a salty review, yup, over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until then, I will see you in the next video.